Hello everyone, my name is Guangtao. Today our group will talk about our project presentation. Next, please. First, let me introduce you to our background checks. COVID-19 has been going on for 3 years. During this period, the country's healthcare system has been severely impacted. Doctors are under a lot of pressures. Patients are also develop anxiety and fear about the healthy care system. These medical pressures forced persons to be returned to take the rest of being infected to go to hospitals for checkups. In this context, proportions of patients have developed anxiety and fear of the health care system. Therefore, we have created the goal through good health and well-being. The aim of the project is to avoid practice anxiety and fear of the housing car system by building a sustainable housing healthcare company. The central challenge of the design was how might we aid people at all ages to overcome fear, anxiety, and prohibitions of hospital in a community scale. Okay, next. Combined with COVID-19, the Conway's handbag is remembered that the sparking stable healthy car communities is a vital role in future. Defense against unpredictable healthy car problems, the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed many problems. For example, during the epidemic, many hospitals were closed, which led to many patients who need to go to the hospital couldn't retrieve reasonable treatment. Meanwhile, the cumbersome daily medical appointment system and the busy work of doctors are also affecting the patients' confidence, decisions in the hospital. The ultimate users group will therefore be people of all ages who are fearful and anxieties about the healthy car system. Okay, next. The South Olympic Boulevard and the Mexican landscape around will be chosen as case studies to investigate research questions and development designs proposed beside our precedent studies. Because the place is close to the Olympic sports central space can be used as emergency first aid point. Approximate to live areas with a large number of users increase usage of the medical community. There is ample scratches in the surroundings around to complement the sustainable design of the communities relying medical practice on the neighboring communities and improve the medical situations in the surrounding area. Okay, next. Next, we surveyed the residents. It was found that they were mainly of three types. There are children who are afraid of the hospital, and the chronically parents who require frequent hospital visits. The other is the people who think the hospital system is complicated and troublesome. Next, our group member Tianshu will introduce other part.
Here's the present study one. The interior is the Taiwanese dental clinic design. So the interior of the clinic is decorated entirely in the warm colors, allowing the users to quickly accept the clinic environment. The use of the wood as the main material in the overall design ensure that the clinic is suitable. Secondly, the specials of the client is generally greatly enhanced by the intensive use of glass instead of traditional wall surfaces. The lighting design uses warm incandescent lamps to give the client a warm environment. However, the interior design does not have a clear visual identity system. Also, the design of the entrance is cumbersome and inappropriate for patients. Next slide, please. The next precedent study is the smart makeshift hospital. It's all basically meet the social needs of the patients use a medical assistant robot, which can provide patients with interactive medical and health consultations related to the epidemic and also the patients to perform dance or health exercise, food delivery, medicine delivery, cleaning and disinfection, and patient companionship all completed by cloud-based intelligence robot, which avoid the risk of cross-infection between medical staff and patients and reduce the work pressure of medical staff. The purpose of portable clinic design is to achieve the sustainable development and normalized process which can be applied anywhere. Next slide, please. The third precedent is the redesign of Westminster Hospital, which aims to provide a resilient landscape environment for patients. It considers accessibility well, including the level of grounds and variety types of pathways. This road and public transport deliver communities for communities. Moreover, the landscape architecture design also focuses on the spatial planning, infrastructure, and plant materials, which can reduce the pressure of patients and maintain the mental health. However, the landscape design still have some aspects to develop. The connectivity can be improved in community scale. Specific plant material can use to create better human experience. More multifunction zones can be designed for recreation and daily use. Next slide, please. Here is our design statement. As a result of COVID-19, patients' trust in hospital decreases, causing them to develop fear and anxiety about hospitals. This can cause some patients to miss the best time to treat their condition due to anxiety and fear, making their condition worse. Therefore, through this project, we will create a warm and approachable community health green space to evaluate the fears and anxieties of patients on a community scale. It will combine new technology and natural environment to welcome all age users. Basic medical services, visual identity system, and community landscape design can be seen in one place. The design will solve the medical problems in emergency situation and benefit mental health, which can sustainably address human well-being. Next, please. Here is our design approaches. We have one question is how to create a warm and approachable community health green space. We analyze 6 points, which are a variety of user groups, including all age groups and multicultural groups, housing and safety, which is the healthcare system, and also the use of color materials, new technology, function of the community space, including the basic medical facilities, smart medical rooms, smart healthcare services, public green space, including specific plant material, green corridors, accessibility, and streetscape. Next, please. Here is our conceptual framework, which people and visual identity system, improve refining and human experience. People and transport, precedence network and the carriage road will be improved. Patient and smart medical carbon, which will get people to the community health center. Also, the people and the improvement will attract a community zone and the cost spread. Next, please. As a result, the principle of design language is to activate the urban fabric in different ways. For instance, inserting polylines to break the original grid and divide the site into different zones and plan multiple functions, or adjust the grid division and introduce life flexibility in 3D dimension, then add a third design element to enrich the form language.
Okay, thanks, Tianshu. Firstly, the visual identity system or redesign process. Visual identity system helps patients to quickly identify the various zones of the community, and which greatly enhance the efficiency of these areas. And at the same time, the simple symbols help the community to communicate with its cultures and attract users, and enhances the prestige. And in designing the logo, I choose the 2 more elements as the core elements. The one is the smells, and the other one is the hug. I wanted those to elements to convey the worth and the protection to the users. And I believe that the medical community is primarily about helping patients to improve their health. So I choose the letter O as the basic element to read that. And this is typographic. And next page is the visual identity implementation. And next is Tianshu.
So the community green space at the basement of overall design provides a walkable environment for all users. A significant increasing the livability of cities, strengthening mental health functions, and enhancing social experience. Specific plant materials and infrastructure are selected to create a relaxing atmosphere and get people to medical services. Accessibility is another key consideration is well designed for the emergency situation. Recreation multifunction zones are narrowed down to the street scale. Especially in the design language part within the straight green network, I modify the topography slightly and give ups, downs, and downs to create interesting straight capes, in this detailed plan, it's worth noticing that I rotate some of the on-street car parks in order to get a break along the street thicket and have the planting interweaving it. Sections are showing materials and planting palettes. As you can see, the weaving loins and the concrete structure with water placed on it will provide a playful environment for both adults and kids. Next, please. The proposed trees are meant to coexist harmoniously with pine trees and bring more colors to the street. It provides warm feelings and makes sure users comfort, which can reduce the pressure during the treatment and waiting.
Due to the concerns, medical appointment process, and the need for frequent checks-up for patients with current disease, patients' trust in the hospital is reduced, and because hospitals are overly busy, this can cause some patients to miss the best time to track their conditions. Making it worse, therefore, through these projects, we will build a smart medical campaign. Patients can complete written explanations and online doctor's consultations in the campaign. This reduces the medical portions of the hospitals and enables the patients to retrieve explanations and treatment quickly. Patients can use the display scribe of the intelligent medical campaigns to retain their own conditions and understand their own conditions. And patients can communicate with doctors online. Doctor can also advise the tried patients online beside on patients test reporters. Okay, next. Next. The smart medicines campaign upholds the hollow designs of Chinese gardens will ensure the privilege of users. The solitaires is designed as saving open of as possible. The open space allows users to feel the comfort of the surroundings environment from three percentages of healing, smelling, and vision when using the solitaires, thereby relying the user's pressures. Okay, next. This is my product sketch.
Okay, in conclusion, the first part is the advantages. So all over the project design follows the principle of sustainable design by adapting the existing community sustainably and reducing some cost of the conversion, and project evaluates the pressure of the works in surrounding medical community and incorporates with still a human-centered design by changing the structure of the traditional medical community. A large area of the green space has been preserved to reduce the impact of the project on the local environment, and the design of the portable medical cabins enhance the programmable space of the community, which facilitates the renewal and maintenance of the community's medical equipment. However, it still have some drawbacks. The design of the community didn't consider the impact on the surrounding medical facilities, and linked survey of the nearby community environment. And the community visual identity systems is not integrated with the community's medical facilities and environment, which greatly diminished the efficiency of the visual identity systems. And secondly, the overall green space plans for the community does not take into account the ecological of the local plan and the sustainable cost, which should be supported by the appropriate data and in subsequent design. The design of the portable medical cabin is not adaptively designed by the sustainable development, and is not supported by the adaptive research and data, which will be improved in the next design. Hence, although we have completed the redesign of the South Olympic Health Centers, the overall design is incomplete. And there are still have many imperfections in data collection and design research of the local community. Therefore, for the assessment 2, we will iterations on the existing design. So that's all. Thank you.